going on. I can remember we'd have strength clinics, and the head football coach wouldn't even know there was a clinic, wouldn't care that there was a clinic. Oh, those are the weightlifting guys. They're up in the corner. There was, other than, I want all my guys to bench press a lot of weight. How come they're not bench pressing 3 times a week? Past that, they had no clue as to what was going on, and they didn't care. They did not care. When a strength program has the support of a head coach, 1, it's critical. You're not going to win without it. 2, it changes the culture because your strength coach, his assistants, his interns, his GAs, with no offense to the football staff, these are the most important guys on the staff. These are the point guys. These are the liaisons. These are the guys that are with the kids, not as their friends, but as their coaches on a daily basis. Football coaches can't always do that, don't always do that, don't always want to do it. Some of the guys are into the X's and O's, and that's it. So we are very, very fortunate to have one of the really, really great young coaches who is just going to turn this thing into one of the best programs in the country. And a for-real program, without all the behavioral bullshit that we've seen here in town. This is a great coach. I'm obviously real shot in the ass, happy with having him here, Luke Fickell.
Well, no, I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm really just going to get up here to say thank you and a few thanks. Obviously, there's a lot of people out here that I go way back with and recognize, but I don't, again, this is about you guys and about what you guys are doing, but I do want to say some thank yous. And I would be out here at any strength clinic of any sorts because of the passion. There's 2 things I can promise you if we're anywhere around this greater Cincinnati I'd be at. It's a strength clinic or a wrestling clinic. Those 2 things right there, I don't want to say you guys are similar in types of people, but maybe a little loose in the head with some things. I grew up a wrestler, so I can say that, but those are the things. I love to be around people that are passionate about what they do. But to Lou and Tom, thank you guys for having the opportunity to bring this, to give us this opportunity to host this. I appreciate what you guys do. Anything we can do, obviously we want to continue this relationship. To Dr. Ken, I just found out today that you are obviously a former Bearcat, and I'm so excited about that. And to hear some of the stories, and I probably can wait here for a while. If you guys are sticking around tonight, he can tell you some more stories. But I appreciate what it is that you've done. I didn't know all the background and those kinds of things, but those are the kind of guys I like to study. The guys that have done it, the guys that have been before you, the guys that before they had all this technology, we're doing not a whole hell of a lot different. Maybe with some technology, maybe with a little bit more unfortunate caution of some sorts, but with that elbow grease, that toughness, and that hard work. And then really to Heather, thank you. I know you, again, you're like Coach Marotti, probably like myself, don't like a whole lot of thank yous, but I can tell you guys, we wouldn't have this opportunity, you wouldn't have this opportunity to do this right here without her. And I'm not saying that she went up and pushed the administration to do some of the things, but what Cincinnati means to her, her passion for what she does, her reputation here really helped us to do a lot of these things, to get this thing kind of pushed forward, to give us this opportunity. Like I said, if that was just me, I didn't, even being here only 6 months, I don't know that I had the power to have a name like that behind me that the administrative people really, really respect incredibly, along with the Hammer Strength people. So thank you for that. To Hammer Strength, obviously, we love you guys. We're proud to be able to be a partner in you guys, not just because of your product and the things that you've done, the way you've been built, but also you're a part of our community. To be a part of Cincinnati, that's kind of the way we want to raise this program and doing the things we want to do with these people of the Midwest. We call it the state of Cincinnati, the state of Ohio, and our 300-mile radius, because we know damn well the people that we bring in here are going to fit the culture of what we want to be able to do here. And probably the last but not least, obviously, to our strength program, I'm not going to take Brady's thunder. He'll talk to you guys here in a few minutes, but I want to give you guys a little bit of something that it's really, really important to me. We try to talk about, our coaches probably have about 140 days where they contact our players, literally like on the field, and can be able to do some stuff, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes of doing drills without a ball. 140 days. Where our strength coaches have, I figure, about 280 days to be in contact with our young men, to have their hands on them, whether it's a practice and they warm them up for the first 15, you know, whether it's a practice they have them at the end. Whether it's the whole winter where the coaches aren't around, they're out recruiting or doing different things. Whether it's the spring, the last 4 weeks, where our strength coaches really are with them. And I'm sure it's a lot like that in high school as well. So the impact that those guys have on your program is incredible. And I recognize that. I know that. Brady will tell you a little bit of a story about how we have this thing right here and what we're doing right here, because people outside of it, frankly, like Heather talked about administration people, they don't realize and understand exactly what it is that we do. And that's what I think is so important, because I want you to know that our culture is built in the weight room. Our culture is enhanced in the weight room, and our culture is developed in the weight room because of those 280 days. And to not have this opportunity to have a place where we could call our own, to have Hammer Strength that actually in about 3 weeks basically produced all this stuff for us so that we could kind of not just have this for the clinic. That was a nice little shove to help them, but to really give our guys an opportunity to enhance the culture that we have, to continue to build and create the culture that we want. It's done in the weight room. And we have to recognize that. I know I recognize that. I don't care if it's high school or not. The ability for you guys to do kinds of things, especially in the game of football, because you can only do so much for so long on the field. All the other intangible things are developed right here in the weight room. So you guys have an incredible impact. Hammer, everybody, you guys have an incredible impact. I appreciate what you guys do. I want you guys to know, just like our entire staff, from Brady and every single one of those guys, what they do is amazing. And I know that the people don't follow. I love what Heather said. Don't follow a logo. Don't follow a paycheck. Follow your passion. And I can tell you that our guys right here, our administration, don't know. I had to bring the guy in, some of our people in, to say, hey, do you know who's here at 4 o'clock in the morning making eggs and pancakes in our locker room? For what? For our guys. Because of some of those things that we do, because we're going to give them that opportunity to let them know we care, and then we're going to go rip their heads off and tear them down, and what, as you say, what you say, murder them in there. I don't know if we're allowed to say that anymore, but I sure as hell know that we can probably say some different things in the strength clinic, but to be able to do that, the guys have to trust you, and you have to build that through a lot of these things, and these are the guys that do it in our program. I know they do it in your program, and you guys give us the opportunity. I appreciate it. Thank you, and I know you guys are going to get Mr. Lamberdias. We'll let Ken introduce him. Thank you.